This is the Vinfast VF3. You probably already know it's small, it's cute, it's fun, but did you know these 3 fun facts about it? Number 1, this hood has no way to open it from the inside or outside. To get through the inside, you actually have to take out the 2 bolts here, and that's because Vinfast makes this a really no-hassle car. No need for maintenance, no need to check fluids yourself, and they understand that. That's why they don't even bother putting a hood release mechanism. So if you want a gas and go or a charge and go car, this is the one for you. Number 2, the Vinfast VF3 is perfect for those with small garages, or if someone likes to trap you when you're parking, making it hard to open your door. Check this out. So with no center console, shifter, or anything in the middle, you can really just scooch from right to left, no problem, left to right. So if you need to park against a wall or something, you can get out really easily. And number 3, it's really fun to turn this car on. So how to do it, you need to get your key fob and insert it into a slot here in the center console. Makes it feel like you're turning on a robot, or if you're a car guy and you know, an Aston Martin. So those are our 3 fun facts about the VF3. Now let's do the rest of our walk around. This is Ash Mahina for Zigwheels, and thanks to Vinfast for sponsoring this video. So let's start off with the looks. So fun fact, you can actually get the VF3 in 10 colors, including some 2-tone colorways with a white roof. And this is the first time we're seeing this nice bright blue one actually. My favorites, personally, the green one and maybe the pink one. How many colors have you seen on the road? Let us know in the comments below which one you choose. So design-wise, it's small, it's boxy, and I think it punches above its weight in terms of design. So you have your chrome V badging here along the grille with a lot of little V's for Vinfast. It doesn't light up unlike those GSMs that you might be familiar with, but that's okay here on the VF3 because it is the baby of the group after all. So as mentioned, you have your boxy hood that doesn't open up, your very non-raked windshield, good for visibility inside, and you got your chunky black plastic bumper here that extends to the big chunky fenders. It makes it look a bit bigger than it really is. It can only do so much, but it does help. Then lastly, you do have halogen lights up front. Now moving on to the side, you can see here 175 millimeters of ground clearance and 16-inch wheels, steelies with optional center covers. The tires are pretty high profile, high sidewall, so they look chunky, but they're narrow at 175. On top, should you add an aftermarket roof rail or something, you can officially put 50 kilograms of gear here on top and a total payload of 300 kilos for the car overall, which is not bad because a normal Pinoy is what, 80 kilograms or less? So yeah, you can actually officially carry like 4 people if you do decide to cram them inside. The black plastic cladding, as mentioned, is here. You have a blacked out door handle and your manual adjusting side mirror. There is no height adjustment for these, but being a vertical design, a portrait design, it's actually okay, even if the driver is bigger or smaller, that you don't have to tilt them up or down. And perhaps the best part of the VF3 side profile is you can tell your date, hey, 2-door yung dalawang kotse, wow, diba? 2-door, 2-seater. Tapos you arrive in the VF3, oh, ang cute. So, okay. This one is the Creators Edition. So this is one of those Vinfast that they've lent out to be modified. This one is not so much. But again, overall, cute package and just functional enough for the daily grind. Alright, here in the back, it's kind of a symmetrical look as with the front. So you have your black treatment, the Vinfast chrome badging, the Vinfast badge itself, and some segmented taillights. Okay, you got a shark's fin antenna and a human-powered tailgate. Now that the trunk is up, I do have to crouch a little because I've been bumping my head here. 6'2" problems, not really blamed on the Vinfast. So as you can see, we have a normal sized umbrella here, and it's actually not wide enough for you to put it lying down flush. It kind of goes diagonally like that at best, and obviously no storage space with the rear seat up. So if you want to take advantage, fold it down and you do have 285 liters total of storage. For a visual guide, here's a medium-sized cooler, and that's the space you've got to work with. So with the VF3, it's a choice of having a 3rd or maybe 4th passenger in the back or stuff. So keep that in mind. However, that doesn't mean there's a lack of space inside, because as you'll see in a little bit, I can actually fit quite well in the driver's seat. Let's go check it out. And now inside the Vinfast VF3, and as mentioned a while ago, it is quite spacious that I can go from left to right. or right to left. Once you're sitting down, you just push on the brake once you insert the key fob and the car turns on. No start stop button, and as you can see, headroom for days here, like super big headroom. And despite the non-adjustable steering wheel, I actually clear the steering column with my knees, which is a nice touch, even if the seat is a height. So that's also one more reason that it's okay to live with the manual non-height adjustable side mirrors, because the seat height is constant. In fact, it does recline, and that's about it. Space-wise, horizontally at least, again, no problem. If you want to relax, you can just simply and take over the space of your passenger if you do have one. But the interior overall is a bit Spartan. So no soft touch materials except for this little strip here by the door card. Your steering wheel is polyurethane, there are no buttons. Your shifter is up here, column mounted. And the wiper stalk does double duty with your headlights here. Up front, you have a 10-inch screen, which also does the job of the gauge cluster infotainment at the same time. No CarPlay, no Android Auto, just Bluetooth mirroring. But it's actually snappy for what it is. It responds quickly enough to touch. And this car can come with a reverse camera, optional. We don't have it in this trim or this particular unit, so we're not sure how the refresh rate would go, but keep in mind that it is an aftermarket option. You do have instead, actually, surprisingly, you do have rear parking sensors, which are not too sensitive because it is a short car, so it really only starts beeping once you get really, really close to a wall. Other fun stuff is you have a single USB port, a Type-C USB port, surprisingly, not a Type-A, so modernity is in this car, and 2 speakers, which outnumbers your airbags, which is 1. Aside from that, you do have 2 cup holders here in the middle, a double layer cubby here in the center, a nice enough touch for storage. In the middle, you do have manual AC controls, and whenever you turn the car on, just keep in mind that you have to press the AC button and the recirc button. It defaults to turning off whenever you turn off the car, which you do by just locking it, by the way. And on top of that, your center locking button is here beside a little volume knob, and the window controls are also here in the middle as well. And in a nice touch, the doors are actually speed sensing locking. So some more expensive and bigger budget cars actually don't have that feature, and it's nice to have it in here. Just one little thing that I really like to have. So I'm going to try to sit behind the passenger front seat because no illusions about fitting behind me. So let's go. Yeah. Yeah, so for it to work here at best, here's what I can do. One workaround though, if I go here and take over the space for the Holy Spirit between the front 2 passengers, stick one knee there, put my other knee at a 45-degree angle, and I can actually sit here and maybe be okay for a trip to the grocery, 10 kilometer, 30 minutes. But longer than that, it's gonna be tough. So Vinfast is pretty optimistic by putting 2 cup holders here, in fact, in the back, because I don't think 2 people are gonna fit here normally. Let's see, Iser, can you push the seat forward, please? So we adjusted the seat to the midway position. Let me try that again. Okay, yeah. With the seat in the middle part of its forward movement, I can actually stick a knee behind the seat now. I'll still take up some space here. So in a pinch, actually, yeah, third person can fit here if the person in front is not too big as well. It's like, for me, example, no fitting behind me. And nicely though, headroom, no problem. And there's lots of feet room under the seats at the very least. But yeah, ideally, I would be driving this car instead. So let's go ahead and check that out. So for science, I put myself back here, adjusted to the middle setting with the same recline as I fit in the back a while ago. And look, I do fit here, knee room. I have enough feet room, no problem. Headroom, again, never a problem in the VF3. Oh, I'm a believer now. VF3, 3-seater, okay, at the minimum 3-seater. Because to move it forward even more, yeah, that's a no-go for me. This as front as it goes, I think. So yeah, middle setting, there, good enough. But of course, if you put it all the way back for maximum comfort here, good luck to your passengers. So that's our fit check concluded, and now let's see what it's like to drive. And before that though, easy. Alright, behind the wheel of the Vinfast VF3, a staggering 40 horsepower and 110 Newton meters of torque. Compare that to something like an Espresso, 66 horsepower and 89 Newton meters of torque. So you win some, lose some. So obviously tiny numbers, tiny car. They don't even comfortably clear its tiny ICE car competition. But behind the wheel, I think it's enough for city driving. So when you need to overtake someone slow, someone on their phone, an e-bike or something like that, that 110 Newton meters of torque is enough to push you past comfortably. You don't feel like you're gonna run out of steam. But then highway speed though, that's when you have to be careful because you are gonna be one of the less capable cars on the highway. But city driving, something like this, below 70, 60, no problem. It does have a 19-second 0 to 100 time, 19. And the top speed is 100 itself. And we did try that, we did get there, and yeah, it did take a long time. But this isn't a highway cruiser, and I think VinFast knows that, so it's probably tuned for city driving. Most of the time I spent in normal mode, and when I put it in eco mode, actually I found out that it's actually a bit nicer because it dampens the throttle response in a pleasing way. So less of that go-kart on-off action since this is a cheaper EV. And yeah, so my recommendation, if you do have one, put it in eco mode and enjoy the smoother throttle response. But for majority of the time I was driving this, I was not in eco mode, and we are doing something super sketchy right now and trying to find the max range we can get. So yeah, its official range is 210 km, and when I fill this up to 99%, that last 1% takes a long time, it gave me 201 kilometers of range from full. And right now we are at 9% and 19 kilometers left. So we're actually gonna drive this all the way to a charging station. I hope we make it, and I'll give you the final numbers in just a little bit. A little bit about charging though. So the VF3 is actually DC only charging. That doesn't mean you can't charge it at home, okay? You just need a little adapter that VinFast will give you, and you can plug it into your wall outlet and charge overnight like other EVs or PHEVs. You don't need a charging station installed. But that does mean you cannot charge in the usual mall outlets that you see, like say in an SM and an Ayala Mall. Which is why you might have noticed you don't see VF3s lined up at charging station, only BYDs. That's because those chargers are AC and this is DC. But you can definitely use the paid DC chargers, and it is a Type 2, so no need to go out of your way to find one that works. Type 2 is the norm around here. So yeah, just a little something to keep in mind. And for me, it's better to charge it at home anyway because AC charging is slow, and being a full EV, it will take too long to rely on AC charging outside to get real range, unlike a PHEV with a tinier battery you can top up in like 2 hours maybe. So yeah, charge at home or charge at a paid DC charger, which I hope we get to again soon because we are now at 9%. Alright, so one thing about the VF3 is it's got some sounds. The EV motor makes comforting mechanical sounds, so it doesn't feel like you're driving a spaceship. And yeah, there's some clunks, and V8 is not the best being a budget car. This is just a walk around, a preview, so we're not going to go too deep into it, but we're going to talk about how fun it is to drive though, and I like it a lot because of that. So small cars always take a lot of fancy here at Zigwheels because they're so easy to drive. The city is not getting any less crowded despite all the highways being built and all that. And it's really so nice to drive something like the VF3, something you know belongs in the city. It's easy to maneuver, it's easy to make a U-turn, 3-point turns, barely take any effort. It's so easy to park, it's easy to see out of, it's easy to squeeze through traffic when someone's blocking a lane. Overall, it feels easy to drive. Like, that's the thing that sticks with me the most. You might think driving a smaller car is harder than driving something big and comfy, but in this case, I really do not mind being in this one at all. Makes me think that if you buy this with a cheap price, you can go get something irresponsible or painful to drive for the weekends, like an SIR, and then enjoy like savings and peace of mind during the weekday rush. something to think about. Safety-wise, you have some usual stuff, ABS plus EBD, the aforementioned speed sensing door locks, one airbag, hill start assist is here, plus the rear parking sensor as mentioned. But one thing I like to count for safety at least is the super good visibility out of every angle. Maybe not the rear, but it's so short you don't have to mind it. So yeah, it's really easy to see out of. And I think that helps safety in a way because you really know what you're doing in the car. I guess the only thing that will really hold me back a bit from getting this as a main driver is sometimes I need to go to far or further places for work, and that range, even if you do get the theoretical max 210, is not the biggest, not the longest. And let's see what final number we get if we make it. Let's go. Guys, parang nawala na lamig yung aircon. Are we gonna make it? 5%. Kaya yan. Tiwala. Okay guys, since wala na ring lamig yung aircon, the windows are officially going down. Let's go. Last 3 km. Okay, so we made it to the charging station in Makati. And final remaining battery, 4%, 9 km. What range we did, what distance we did was 177. So 177 plus 9 left over, mat. That gives you 186 with one full charge. Numbers don't lie, guys. So here it is. So maybe 210, yeah, it's really a theoretical number. Maybe even 200. I'd say 180. You can get that mixed driving, probably. But we don't want to do this again because it does feel a bit sketchy. But I think around 10%, you can trust the range estimate of the VF3 to be pretty on point. But below 10, that's when it starts to feel a little bit worrisome. So now we're gonna charge this up. So that's our walk around of the Vinfast VF3. How much for this cutie car, or tiny titan as they like to call it? 745,000 pesos. And with the battery subscription, you can get this for 590K and 1,600 a month. So that's around 19,000 a year, and at that rate, to hit the original 745, you would need around 8 years to get there. And in that time, you do have the peace of mind that if something happens to the battery or it goes below a certain SOC level, then VinFast will take care of all the maintenance and replacing it for you. But what do you think? Is that a good enough price to get into the EV life? Or would you rather not deal with the battery subscription and thinking about all that and just enjoy the normal 10-year warranty on a full-priced VF3 with a battery which is under your name? Let us know in the comments below. So once again, Ash Maynard for Zigwheels. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.